Hi friends, welcome to Tinu's Sew Book. In this video, let us see how to make a baby bloomer. These are the few baby bloomers that I have stitched for my child. Here this one is embroidered at the back. Then this is a normal one. And this one I have used a bias strip for the finish. Let us see what are the measurements required for this. Two body measurements are required. One is waist round, that is 18 inches. And the other one is leg round, that is 11.5 inches. Now by leg round I mean the width of the leg just below the hip. Calculate the new waist round equal to 18 into 2.5, that is 45 inches. This is the only one calculated measurement here. Rest of the measurements please take it from the pampers or the diaper that you are using. This is known as the side length, that is 4 inches. Take your measurement tape and find it out. And then the next one is the center length or the crotch length. This comes up to 7.5 inches. Since you are making a diaper cover, add 2 inches of extra loose to it, and that makes it 9.5 inches. The next is the middle crotch width, which gives you 4 inches. You can take it 3.5 or 3 also. Now here we are going to draft just 1/4 of the baby bloomer. Please take chart paper of your choice and start drafting. Please note that the front panel of the baby bloomer is going to be smaller than the back panel. Draw a perpendicular to the fold and mark the new waist round divided by 4 minus 2 inches. Again draw a perpendicular there and give a side length of 4 inches. Now the center length would be 1 inch less than the measured one, because as I said, the front part is going to be slightly smaller than the back part. And draw a perpendicular there and mark a width of 2 inches. Draw a square like this and give a shape something similar. And you can see I am giving a slightly curved shape. This is not mandatory to give. It's good to give, that's all. Again mark 0.5 inch down and then connect it using a scale and pencil. This is going to be the front panel, and we are done here. Cut out the pattern and keep it. Moving on to the back panel, again draw a perpendicular to the fold. Fold is something that is at the leftmost side. Okay. Here mark new waist round divided by 4 plus 2 inches. We have reduced the 2 inches for the front panel, so we have to increase that 2 inches at the back panel. Only then the total waist round will be the same. Draw a perpendicular here and the side length is going to be 4 inches. Then draw a center length or the crotch length, that is going to be, how much it would be, 10.5. Why? Because we have taken 1 inch less for the front panel. So we have to increase that 1 inch here. Then only the total crotch length would remain the same. And just see, now we are going to connect it something similar like this. Again approximately at the middle part, give a 0.5 inch rise and then connect like this. Cut out the pattern. That's it. Your drafting is done. Moving on to the cloths. Just fold the required fabric and keep the pattern something like this. And then keep a heavy object on top of the pattern so that doesn't move, or pin it so that's not going to move. Cut it out. Yes, it is ready. To give this a different look, I have attached 2 layers of laces here, and this turns into a designer baby bloomer now. So the first step in stitching is attach the seams like this using a front seam finish, that is face wrong part of the fabric each other and then stitch. And keeping a stitch in 1/8 of a fabric over there, cut out the excess fabric, fold it like this and stitch again. That's it. The seam finish is done. Cut out the excess fabric that comes like this, so that gives a neat curve. Do the same thing for the other both sides also. So stitching is almost done. Here you can see there is a 0.5 inch gap at the waist part. It's just to give a shape. Use the bias tape to finish the leg part and a straight strip to finish the waistband. To attach the bias strip to the curvy area, what you have to do is first face wrong part of the fabric and right part of the bias strip each other and start stitching along the fold. Leave little fabric and then start stitching. We are reaching the end part of the stitching. So what you have to do is, here you can see that excess fabric. Stitch to that exact point. If you are not able to find out what that point is, exactly if you have reached or not, you take a pencil and mark that point and then cut out the excess fabric and the excess thread. And fold it nicely and give a crease over there. And stitch along that crease. That's it. The bias strip attaching is done. Almost half, I can say. Now, first step of the bias strip attaching is done. Turn over the fabric and give a cut like this at every 2 centimeters. Make sure not to cut the stitch. You have to be very careful here. The stitch should not be cut. Give every 2 centimeters a cut. For every curvy areas to finish a neckline or any curvy surface, this is how a bias strip need to be attached. You can see there is excess fabric. Sometimes it will be projecting out, so cut all those things. Now fold it towards the right part of the fabric and then stitch. While stitching, make sure that the exact fold is happening over there, because through this fold we have to insert an elastic, so that space should be kept. Towards the ending part, make sure to leave sufficient space and do a reverse stitch, because we have to insert an elastic over there. Here the space that I have left is very less. I had good amount of trouble in inserting the elastic because the space left was less. This is the elastic that I am using for the waist round and the leg round. This is one more elastic that I have, but I am not using it in this project. The waist round elastic is going to be 15 inches and the leg round elastic is going to be 10 inches. While inserting the elastic, sometimes it might turn or twist. So to avoid this, what we have to do is we should mark both the points of the elastic, something like this, as shown in the video. Now take a safety pin, insert it at the one end and then, see there is a space here, insert it. As you can see that I am finding it little hard to insert because I left very little space over there. Now you can see the pin is coming out with the elastic. Once the elastic has come out, overlap it properly so that twisting or turning is not going to happen, and then stitch it. You have to stitch something like this, a square shape, and then diagonally both sides, like this, so that it's not going to come out at any case. It will stay strong. Insert it back into the waist round and that's it. Do the same thing, same procedure for the leg round as well, and don't forget to stitch back that small space that we have left. And rest is your creativity. You can attach lace at the back, or you can attach a flower, a bow, or in a hand embroidery. There is a lot of room for creativity here. Thanks a lot for watching the video, and this is a final product. Happy sewing.